Welcome back to our channel where we talk everything and anything connected SEO. Today we are going to be talking about the most popular sport of iGaming affiliation SEO of 2026, which is fake DMCA takedowns. Absolutely horrible out there, so if you are experiencing any of this, stay with us. We're going to explain how it works and how to protect yourself. First of all, let's explain what is DMCA very shortly. DMCA, that was a great idea. Because we started to live more digitally and everything was out there on the web, it was so easy to steal someone's idea, someone's image, someone's video, someone's content, and claim it ours. There, DMCA came in and said, we're going to protect your work. If somebody steals your content, you can actually file a complaint and we will take it down and protect you and make sure that your copyrights are protected. Fantastic idea. Absolutely love it. Unfortunately, then we got the negative SEO enthusiasts finding this loop and understanding that they can claim anything was stolen and that they can de-index your pages or remove these pages from your hosting. And this is where the problem starts. DMCA on its own is not a bad thing. DMCA is a horrible SEO attack on your website. It's a bad thing. So how does it work? There are two things. Either you are getting hundreds of DMCA takedowns requests that are actually completely toothless because they are just there to scare you, and you will find that in the Lumen database. You can find 50 pages of your website being claimed that you've stolen content, and it's really not true, and it's obviously not true, and Google is not biting in. Let's say your website is in Danish, you are writing about casino affiliation, and somebody whose website is in Polish and is about telecommunications sends you 50 DMCA takedowns. Google will most likely 99% not even pay attention to this because it's so obviously wrong. It's a wrong geo, it's in a wrong content, it's a completely wrong idea here. Because you're getting hundreds of them, it makes you nervous and it takes your peace of your mind away. Even though you're not doing anything wrong, there could be 1 or 2 or 3 or 10 pages that actually get flagged as a potential DMCA complaint. And it could be valid and it could be de-indexed and you need to go through reinstalling it. However, the successful ones usually get done in a certain way. Somebody, owner of this content, fake owner, claims that you've stolen their content without their knowledge and their permission. And they send it either to your hosting, where the content simply gets removed, or they send it to Google. This is what they're mainly doing, where it gets de-indexed by Google. We live by indexation. If our pages are not indexed, we don't rank. So if they take your 10 most valuable pages that brings you most of the traffic and make you most of the money, you are screwed. And this is what they are trying to do. Of course, Google or your hosting provider are listening to this and they are considering them because they do not want to put themselves in legal risk or any harm. So they might overreact and take down or de-index content that is actually not stolen. That is a fake DMCA takedown. That's why it works. But if they want to do this successfully, they actually need to plan a little. They need to scrape your content and place it somewhere. Usually they would buy an expired domain, so it looks like the domain was not registered yesterday, but is online for the last 10, 7, 4 years, so long time. It's a good website and you are the bad person just shamelessly stealing from them. Then they would just auto-generate the website. It's not really good quality. It's not there to rank. It's not there to make money. It's there to take you down because they are not SEOs that want to build. They are SEOs that want to shoot others down. So they create this original source that is completely fake. They usually are clever enough to change the time on it. So if I publish it today, it will say that is April 2026. That's because in most CMSs you can change this. They would claim that it was published April 2022. And because on your website it appeared just 3 weeks ago, therefore you stolen it. And this is how the DMCA becomes real, even though it's fake. And the problem is if they start to do it in bulk, right? If they take one page down, you can survive. But if they take most of your pages down that are making you money, you have a problem. I actually had to file a few DMCA takedowns requests for my clients because their copyrights were absolutely violated, from logos, images, names, everything. So I'm familiar with this DMCA removal request. So you need to put your name, your last name, and a company, either your or the one that you're representing. It's either myself or other. And if it's other, you say you are on behalf of a client. And you are confirming that this is actually stolen. You need to identify what was stolen and from where, and where it was published, and what is the problem. You need to give quite a detailed description. And then you do a sworn statement saying that you are doing this in a good faith, that the copyrighted material was stolen from you or your client, that you are the owner, right? You are saying legally 3 times that they stolen from you. You are lying here several times. And then you're putting your signature there and your date of when you did this. Of course, I did this under my name, under my email, because I knew it was stolen and I was not ashamed to do that. However, if somebody is doing this as a fake DMCA takedown, there's going to be a fake company behind them, because this is actually illegal and there are consequences to be caught doing fake DMCA takedowns. And as I said, scale is the weapon. So this is what they're trying to do. They are trying to steal you. They are trying to steal your traffic. They are trying to take you down for no good reason, but just because they are not good SEOs. They are SEOs that don't build, they break down. And they are basically SEO terrorists, and there is no other word to call them. As I said, you can find all of this in Lumen database. You will go there, you can search by your domain, and it will tell you how many you got, when you got them. If you go to the detail report, you will need to give them your email address to see it, and it will tell you which pages and who submitted it. So there will be a URL that is submitting. Is, like I said, I could be from iGaming because you really stolen something, or it is going to be somebody who is not related, is not even in your territory, not your niche, not your language. What is actually very important to do when you're trying to restore, because you found that somebody is taking your pages down, it's very important to actually confirm it is actually fake, because you don't want to somehow overlook your own mistake. There is a possibility you're using a picture without actually giving credit. There's a possibility that you are stealing someone's idea without realizing it. And the MCA might be real. So verify, because you do not want to do something illegal. Most likely those are fake, but you want to be on the safe side. You do not want to be the pirate here. And once you're 100% sure that this is absolutely wrong, that they are just trying to hurt you, you need to file a counter notification. So you will need to say that this material was stolen from you, that this is the original material, this is where it's found as a stolen one, and this is the original one. You will need to write a statement. And then you will need to wait. Fortunately, waiting time is 2 to 3 weeks, plus minus usually is 2 weeks, but however, I've seen it 14 to 16, 17 days. And if 10 of your main money-making pages are down for 17 days, you have got a real problem. So if Google or your hosting finds that these claims are really fake, they will just simply reinstall the pages, then they will be indexed. You will not get a claim email saying, oh, we are very, very, very sorry, now we're indexing you again. No, you will just see that it's indexed again. You don't have to resubmit it several times. It will not speed up the process. You just need to wait. To avoid all of this, you want to learn how to actually make it harder for your website and your content and your images and your ideas to be stolen. So protect yourself. Protection is your biggest ally here. I would like you to recommend to avoid very generic templates, make it more difficult to clone. So create unique things that are difficult to steal. If you are an affiliate, try to get original bonuses, original offers. Try to maybe somehow make it obvious that it's you with the writing style. Establish the content ownership, meaning definitely publish a date. If you are updating the page, make sure you do last updated as well. This is a very good thing. Save it in Wayback Machine, so make sure your pages are allowed to be stored in Wayback Machine. You don't want to exclude them from this, because if this happens, you can actually have a screenshot and say, look, my page was live back then. This is how it looked. Their pages were not. They're just backdated, but they are not. So Wayback Machine is your very good friend when you are sort of comparing things and flaming things. And then every time you create a new page or you are making changes, you want Google to immediately index it for you and use, of course, canonicals. And then this is a big one, but the one where you need to work on quite a lot. It's build real EAT signals. We talked about how easy it is to create a fake profile and how easy it is for me to find out that the profile is fake, right? I had a video on that. If I can find within 5 minutes that the profile is fake, that this author is made up, imagine how fast it is for Google. However, if you're going to have fake authors, it is going to be very difficult for Google to believe that you are not fake. Therefore, invest in real EAT signals. Build the brand, build real traffic, use authors that are real, work with experts, ask for quotes from experts, ask for interviews, ask for expert articles. Let's say you are a sports betting website. Speak to people that are recognized in our industry as sport betting experts. Maybe create original predictions, tips, maybe create original reviews of what happened last night. Create videos. Really invest in this, because those are going to be much more difficult to clone. And if you have real EAT signals and the website that is stealing your content doesn't have real EAT signals and is not recognized and trusted around the www, these DMCA takedowns are going to be much more difficult to go through. And as well, monitor. Obviously, monitoring is something we do as SEOs. We daily check our rankings, our traffic, our visibility, our crawl budget. This is just one more thing you should put into your SOP of checking. I check Lumen database for my clients daily. I check if the main pages are still indexed several times a day. I make sure I understand what's going on. As well, you want to use Copyscape. You want to Google search certain paragraphs. Whatever works for you, but make sure you track everything and then take down notices of everything that you find out there, because it is possibly going to find clones on your website before the DMCAs are submitted. You can create the DMCA first. Okay, so tracking takes time, but it is worth it. And then this is a really, really important one. Register your top money pages. So identify the pages that make you most of your money, most of the traffic and most of the conversion. Let's say you have 20 of them. Register them with copyright DMCA directory, get the certificate on the dmca.com, and then you can check your protection status right there on protection status ASTX. And this does not mean that you will never get a DMCA takedown. It does not mean that. But as well, might go through, and as well, might be de-indexed. However, you will not wait the 2-3 weeks for the indexation to come back. Usually it comes back within 24 hours. I work with my clients, I recommended this for them, and they actually got a message saying, you are being DMCA, however, this is registered, it's not going through. This is, yeah, you pay for it. You pay for this registration. But it is a small, absolutely small fee compared to what you can lose when the DMCAs go through. So I would like to end my video here. I would like you to think of how you can protect yourself. And I really hope you don't have to. I really hope that these bad actors will one day just give up. Truth is as well, and I want to say it here, that they will give up when they are trying for a month and nothing is going through. They will find another victim. It will start to slow down. They'll be like, well, someone else. So it's sort of waiting time and being who has the stronger nerves here. So I really wish that you will never have to deal with fake DMCAs. But if you are in affiliation in iGaming, chances are you will have to. So start to protect your website, start to protect your main money pages, and I really hope that this video was helpful. Thank you for listening.